Hi, beautiful being of light. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Emily the Mystic. I'm so excited that you're here, as always, for another video in the Cosmic Connection series, where we get to know different members of our galactic universe so that you can get to know where your starseed roots are from and get to know all of the different beings out there in the cosmos. So I can't wait to get into it today. If this is the first video that you're watching in this series and you're new to the topic of galactic and cosmic beings, as well as the topic of being a starseed, make sure that you check out some of my foundational videos about what it means to be a starseed and how to know if you are a starseed before diving into this one, because it'll give you some foundational knowledge to help you understand the topics that we are discussing in today's video. And of course, as I always, the little disclaimer that I always share at the beginning of all of these videos is to share with you my process, which is that I am an Akashic Records channeler. So I tune into the energy of the Akasha and I call in different galactic beings of the highest vibration of love, light, and truth to connect with them, to get to know them, to interview them, so that I can share with you my knowledge, my perspective on how they are sharing their cosmic origin stories with me, so that you can have another perspective out there on who these beings are and how to know whether or not you are a starseed from one of these different groups. So of course, take everything that you hear with a grain of salt, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. The information here may be different from what you've read out there on the internet, because there's a lot of starseed information that is out there these days. So of course, this is what is my truth, but it doesn't need to be your truth. So as always, again, take what makes sense to you and leave the rest. So today we are bringing forward the Vegans. So we are communicating with the Vegan beings. I love these beings so much. It is like working with them is like receiving a big cosmic hug from the galaxy. They are so loving, their energy is just delicious and so lush. And so I feel like the Vegans don't get enough attention in the internet and in the interwebs and in the online space for being a well-known group, and I don't get it because they're amazing. And so I can't wait to introduce you to your new cosmic BFFs today in the form of the Vegans, who are going to share some information with you that you need to know about them so that you can get to know them better and perhaps learn whether or not you potentially may be a Vegan soul. So the Vegans, and yes, it is written as Vega, which is not Vega or vegan. It is pronounced Vega or vegan. I know it's a little confusing, but we're not talking about the vegans, aka your friends and family members who don't eat meat or animal products. We are talking about the Vegans, who are cosmic and galactic beings from the Lyra constellation. So within the Lyra constellation, there is a star known as the Vegan star, and that is the star that we are speaking to today and the beings from there. So the Vegans were some of the earliest beings in our galaxy. They were created in terms of galactic space and time around the same time as the Lyrans, although I've been shown that their consciousness came into existence a little bit after the Lyrans. And so they share a lot of similarities to the Lyrans, but also a lot of differences. And so I'm going to sort of compare and contrast the two, because it will help make a little bit more sense about what each group represents and will help for you to get to know them better. So the Lyrans are more divine masculine in energy. Go back and watch that video about them so that you can hear more about who they are and what they represent. But they hold on to more of that strong, I shouldn't say strong-willed, but more of that masculine, strong energy, that more divine masculine in nature, whereas the Vegans are more divine feminine in nature. They are nurturing, they are intuitive, they are very emotional, they are very sweet beings in a lot of different ways. And so when they come through to me, share with you a little bit about what I see. Their appearance, it's interesting. They have very blue skin. They are very lanky, very tall, and they have sort of a shorter face. So they have a little bit of a shorter face. I'm being shown that the females who are coming through to me today have very long hair, and they are wearing clothes that are purple and green. So the colors that I'm sort of getting from them are very blue, very purple, very green in nature. And I always ask each group what zodiac sign they represent, because that can help you understand the energy frequency that they embody. And the zodiac sign that made sense to them was Cancer. So Cancer, as you know, it's a very emotional zodiac sign. Cancer represents connecting to that nurturing, nourishing side of ourselves, that loving, peaceful energy that we have within us. That's the Cancerian energy. The Vegans are very, very similar. They have this very sweet energy. Like I said, it's like receiving a big cosmic and galactic hug. The Vegans said to me when I invited them in that they love without boundaries. They love to love. They love to love you. They love to love each other. They love to even love more negative, self-serving beings out there in the galaxy who may be a little bit more challenging to get along with. They love all. And they're also very clear, very open about how they're feeling and their emotions. Of course, emotions for these beings are reflected in a much different way than how we experience them as humans. But to them, it's very odd that as humans, we have trouble connecting to our feelings and our sensitivity, because the Vegans, that's what they're all about, is connecting to that inner well, and connecting to our heart space and connecting to our emotions and our feelings and opening our heart. They're very heart chakra centered in a lot of ways. And they want to tell you that emotions are not meant to be feared. They are meant to be loved. And you are meant to be loved no matter what emotions that you are holding on to. Okay, cool. So they're going to do a little light language clearing for you. Whew, excellent. Just to help you to feel more in tune with your emotions, to let go of any programming or consciousness that was forced upon you that told you that it's not okay to feel your emotions, that emotions are bad, emotions are negative. So we're going to clear that away for you now. The Vegans really want you to connect to the sweetness of life. They, along with a lot of the other groups that I've channeled so far, they are really big proponents of the fact that human life on Earth doesn't need to be so challenging, difficult, or full of struggle like we make it to be. And in fact, those are a lot of old programs that we can release, we can clear, we can get rid of, because life on Earth is meant to be cherished, it's meant to be enjoyed, it's meant to be shared in terms of connection with others. We're not meant to be separate, independent beings. We are meant to have connections and relationships with others. The other really cool thing about the Vegans is that they are very outspoken and very strong-willed in how they share their opinions and their beliefs. So they will be very clear with you about how they're feeling, what they need, what their experience is like, what's going on for them. They will tell you. They're open books. So if you're a Vegan soul, you may be an open book. You may wear your heart on your sleeve. You may be very open with your feelings and your emotions. That may be just a natural way of being for you. So you may have trouble connecting with people who aren't that way and who struggle with their emotions, or you may end up being kind of like the shoulder to cry on for a lot of people in your life. You may end up being the advice giver, the people that like lean on you for guidance. They trust you. Vegans are very trusting, and if you're a vegan starseed, people are definitely going to trust you very easily. It's just there's a sense of openness there. Again, a sense of heart-centeredness that makes vegans very oh, they're doing some heart chakra activations on you. Very open to feeling, to emotions. Yeah, which I think is beautiful. The Vegans are very nurturing beings. They're truly, like I said, they are the divine feminine consciousness, or they really represent that energy out there in the galaxy. And so they are kind of like your cosmic mother, galactically, in a lot of ways. They want to help humans. They want what's best for us. They want us to be as happy as we can possibly be. And of course, when I say mother, I'm not referring, of course, to abusive mothers or mothers who have hurt you or harmed you anyway. I'm referring to the divine, they're calling this the divine mother template, basically to mean that they represent the natural imprint and energy of what mothering should be and the experience that we should have with our mothers. So Vegans want to help you with that. If you are struggling with connecting to your own mother, feeling your mother's love, or if you're going through a difficult relationship with your mother, the Vegans do want to assist you with that. They also really work with mothers. So if you are a mother yourself, if you have children, if you have a big family, or if you want a family, if you're trying to have a family, ooh, they're quick. Woo, the energy is so quick. They want to assist you with that as well. So even if you don't resonate with being a Vegan starseed, you still may want to work with these beings for all of the things that I mentioned, whether it be healing a relationship with your own mother, healing your relationship with yourself as being a mother, and helping you to be a mother to your children or to the people in your life, to be that nurturing energy to the people in your life. So going off of that, Vegans feel their way through the world. Like I mentioned, they wear their heart on their sleeve. So they naturally, and Vegan starseeds too, naturally feel and sense their way through their emotions. This is an excellent quality to have because it's going to make you more open to your heart's desires. But at the same time, your emotions can really cloud your perspective because emotions are subjective, right? According to our own unique experience and what's going on in our life. So if you do resonate with this, it's just going to be an opportunity for you to tune into your emotions and feelings when they come up and then let them go, let them release so that you can have clarity on the other side. Because sometimes our feelings and our emotions, as you know, if you say something in the heat of the moment or during an argument that you don't really mean, but that's coming from an emotional state, it's not clear truth. Maybe it's your truth emotionally in that moment. But on the other side of that, once you release the emotions, there's going to be new clarity and a new perspective that comes forward on that relationship. So if you do really get caught up in your feelings and your emotions, it's just an opportunity for you to know that that's happening, to have clarity on that, and to take a step back or see your feelings and your emotional experience from a higher perspective. Excellent. Vegans are quick. They bring through things very quickly. So if you move quickly, if you make decisions and choices quickly, maybe you even feel like your emotions quickly. One minute you're watching a Hallmark movie in tears, and the next minute you're happy-go-lucky and you're smiling and you're making jokes. So you may move through your emotions really quickly if you're a Vegan starseed, which I think is really beautiful. But Vegans aren't scared of their emotions. And they want me to tell you that not all Vegan starseeds are going to be so connected to their emotions. Some Vegan starseeds have been very connected to their emotions in other lifetimes. And in this lifetime, you may have experienced trauma or other things that could have blocked you off from experiencing the full depth of your emotions. So this may be the lifetime where you're meant to relearn your emotions and meant to relearn how to connect to your heart and your heart space. So if that's your truth, you may feel that in your body as well. So just kind of tune into whether that feels true to you or not. Moving back on to talking about the gifts of the Vegans. So the Vegans are natural healers. They are nurturers. They're also teachers. So the Vegans as healers, they have these natural healing qualities and abilities. So as a Vegan starseed, you may have a career in a healing realm, such as in the medical field, or some form of career where you're healing or helping others. You could also be a teacher or a nurturer of some kind, working with children, working with the less fortunate, working with others who need help and assistance. That's a natural Vegan tendency as well. And the Vegans are empaths. They're super empathic. They're super intuitive. So Vegans really easily take on the energies, emotions, and feelings of others as if they were their own. So if you identify with being a Vegan starseed, it's just something for you to be aware of, because you may more naturally soak up other people's energies and emotions as if they were your own. It's just a reminder to ask yourself, especially if you are feeling something very deeply, ask yourself, is this mine or is this somebody else's? And if it's somebody else's, ask your heart, ask yourself, your higher self, how can I shift this? How can I move on from here and let that go? Excellent. The Vegans are also very funny beings. They like to make you laugh. They like to lift us up. They're outspoken, they're funny, they're dramatic in a lot of ways. They're cheerful, they're playful. They have their high highs and their low lows, and that's what makes them so fun to connect with. Again, Vegans are your cosmic BFF, your cosmic mother too. And they are very generally well liked in the galaxy. The Vegans get along well because on top of all of these things, they are peacemakers. So they want to love you, they want you to feel your feelings, they want you to be happy. But they're gonna tell you what they think, they're gonna tell you what they feel, but they want to help you by doing that. Yay, let me see if there's anything else that they want to share with you today. The Vegans, I don't know, I'm not really receiving much information about whether there was water on their planet, but their energy is very watery, like I talked about, connected to the sign of Cancer. So you may, as a Vegan starseed, if you resonate with all of this, you may need to spend some time in water as a way to really cleanse yourself from other people's feelings, other people's emotions. You may also feel the need to just connect more with Mother Nature and Mother Earth by being in water, swimming, being at the beach, being in a pool or a lake or a body of water near you, and just connecting into that source of flowing water. That's really what they're all about, is that divine feminine flow. They love that. So that water, I mean, that can represent so many things. That can represent depth of emotions and feelings, and that can represent the flow of life and connection to that inner well. So I love that. Okay, they're blowing you kisses. They're sending you big cosmic hugs. Lots of love for your journey. I hope you enjoyed this little energy activation and these messages from the Vegans today. I think they are so fun, so full of light, so joyful. And if you resonate with being a Vegan starseed, I would love to know. So let me know below if you resonate with their energy. And that's all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for listening to this Cosmic Connections video, and I will see you next week for your video of the week.